Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking about Shamia's appearance on Watch What Happens Live last night. And I just have a question for Andy Cohen and the people at Bravo and NBC Universal. If y'all were going to ask Ariana Madix all the questions, like why not just have her sit in the first chair? Like, did anybody notice that last night? Did anybody notice that last night? Because I felt that this was a big episode in terms of the Porsha versus Shamia of it all. And normally in a Watch What Happens episode like that, you would be saying Porsha's name like 30 times. They only said Porsha's name like 8 times. But Ariana Madix, formerly of Vanderpump Rules, who is hosting her second season of Love Island USA on Peacock, was getting all the questions. Now, that could have been strategic on Andy Cohen's part because we know Andy loves Porsha. We know Andy Cohen loves Porsha, right? No matter how wrong Porsha is in a situation, Andy loves her down. Now, I found it interesting that Andy... So there was a question about Phaedra's return. A fan had asked a question about Phaedra returning to the show. How was this going to be? Since the last time we saw Phaedra and Shamia interact, it was not good, right? And Shamia was like, I was feeling the same type of way as well. But she said that Phaedra came in on good energy. She said, at least as far as her and Phaedra is concerned, there was no issues regarding her return. But Shamia, you said in the Entertainment Tonight interview, in the initial press for the show, you said that if this is what Porsha needs to have Phaedra back, to have her frickin' frack, then so be it. What? but you're saying go Watch What Happens Live, everything was all good with you and Phaedra, that there was no problems, that there was no issues, y'all. It's giving, I don't want to say territorial, but I feel like what the fans want Shamia to be mad about versus what Shamia is actually mad about in her friendship with Porsha, I find interesting. Because I'm saying this, in the season 9 Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion episode, Shamia is more upset at the friendship that developed between Porsha and Phaedra, whether you felt it was strategic or whatever, but felt it was made for TV, basically, right? And she had an issue with that. But we also know Porsha has had an issue with Shamia and Candy's friendship because she felt that it was kind of crossing certain boundaries, or it sounds like certain conversations were being relayed over to Candy or whatever else, even though Candy denies it, right? And then here comes Candy. Speaking of, Porsha did a post last night, promoting her Pampered by Porsha event. And why is she playing Escape, Softest Place on Earth? And Candy is hyping up Porsha, talking about you got to go get some Pampered by Porsha. It's all in the comments. But you're telling the people in interviews, oh yeah, Shamia gives me all the intel. Shamia gives me everything that is going on with the season. She is who I keep in touch with. Yeah, her and Porsha are not on good terms. And no, Candy, no, wrong road. What? And this is messy. This whole thing is messy, right? So then the question on Watch What Happens Live comes up about, also Angela Oakley comes up, y'all, which was messier than mess. So Shamia's still throwing shots at Angela Oakley because she's mad. She was throwing shade at her age, doesn't believe that Angela Oakley is really 43, saying that people don't get hot flashes like that at 43, and said that Angela does not look a day over 60, y'all. No. What? Shamia, stop it. Stop it. Then she also went in on Angela, and I don't know if this is going to end well for Shamia, because currently of the new girls, Angela's like the fan favorite. So, because Britt obviously flopped, Kelly's a flip-flopper, and Shamia, even though we know her, this is her first time being a peach, but the people are not feeling her messiness, and people are seeing through this beef with Portia. So Shamia decides that she is more upset, not about the fact that she was laughing at the messy stuff that Portia and Britt and Kelly were saying about Angela. Shamia is upset that Angela forgave Portia faster than Angela was willing to forgive Shamia. And Shamia seems to have this disconnect. See, this is the thing, too. When Shamia said she's a people pleaser, I knew what type of time she was on. She wants the luxury to be messy and to be phony, be two-faced and everything else, but also still wants the perks of, if there's an opportunity to still showcase a friendship or whatever else, that you're gonna, keep it moving and move forward. Angela wasn't giving you that energy because she expected more from you. Angela knows from the show how messy Portia is and how Portia moves. So Angela understood that, hey, I can quickly resolve this with Portia and we can move on to other messier things, because there's other messier things to talk about than my husband. I'm about to flip this reverse Uno and blow up your friendship with Shamia. I'm about to flip this reverse Uno and do some other stuff. So therefore, I can quickly resolve this with Portia. Now, it's interesting, Shamia is more upset about, like I said, Angela forgiving Portia faster than Shamia, but Shamia is not upset for Angela throwing Shamia under the bus. You peep that? Shamia is not upset that Angela Oakley not only threw Shamia under the bus, but potentially embellished or added some butter on top of whatever their conversation weeks ago was, where Shamia allegedly was just going in on Portia. So you see how that is? And then Shamia makes a comment, which brings me to this whole friendship thing, right? Shamia is more upset, basically said that she's not, that her and Portia are not good right now, had like the fingers crossed and then uncrossed the fingers that they're not good right now. She still has love from her, basically downgraded her from best friend to friend, but then made a shady comment that, well, Cynthia's Portia's bestie right now. Cynthia's the one who is there for Portia right now. And I was like, oh, girl. So y'all are not really upset about the mess of it all, Shamia. You're not upset about really how the fans are upset of how Portia is treating you. You are upset on who Portia prioritizes on the friendship ladder. And before, it was Phaedra. And now, it is Cynthia. But it is okay for you to be BFFs with Kelly, who came in hot on Portia about, why did you steal that woman's husband, and all this and that. And y'all besties. Y'all wearing matching outfits. You got her cookbook on full display on your YouTube. I'm just trying to make it make sense. And I am here to tell y'all, both of these women, there's not much of a difference. Not much of a difference, y'all. Not much of a difference. And then Shamia, I don't know what she's doing with these cheating comments. I think she thinks that she's doing something, but I don't think she really understands how some people move, right? How real husband stealers move out here, how real slores move out here. She is up here. So they're talking about the Angela Oakley having, the rumors about Charles Oakley allegedly having a baby on her, whatever else. Angela Oakley said somebody did have a baby on her. It just wasn't a Charles Oakley or whatever, right? Why does Shamia say, dealing with all of her, she ties in the question about how is the surrogacy thing going, talking about how expensive it is and all this and that, ties into Angela Oakley's side baby rumors and drama, basically saying that she would welcome a side baby with Gerald. because it would save lots of money and lots of drama of trying to go through the process of fertility treatments. It would save drama of going through the process of going through with the surrogate and everything else, because the surrogate as of now is not pregnant, and all of this and all of that. And basically said, as far as cheating goes, you can't steal somebody who, was never, wasn't yours, or is freely able to move on and move forward. So that is why it's like people go in on Portia with this whole Simon thing, but they've already confirmed that Shamia was playing matchmaker. So allegedly Shamia didn't care either about Simon's quote unquote marital status, because allegedly they all, were cool or knew each other or whatever prior to. So she was trying to help out her bestie with an African man or whatever. So it's like people go so hard on Portia, but it's like her and Shamia are a lot more, alike and aligned than y'all think. And then Shamia confirming again on Watch What Happens Live that she was in charge of the scene with hitting up Ralph for them to go out to eat, that she needed a witness, so she thought Portia would be best. But my thing is, you could have called Cynthia, you could have called Kelly, you could have called Angela Oakley, who is Drew Sidor's bestie, and everything else. You personally wanted there to be an issue because you knew by having Portia there, Portia was going to get the backlash. And that is exactly what happened when the original teaser scene had dropped. You were cut out of the frame. You were cut out of the frame, Shamia, so it looked like Portia was having a one-on-one with Ralph. But come to find out, as we see everything come to fruition, Shamia set this up. Shamia keeps confirming that she set this up, and she's basically presenting the narrative, oh, I don't want to be alone with someone's husband, let me have Portia there. No. What? But yeah, basically saying also on Watch What Happens Live, if people want to take Cheryl, they can come and try, or whatever else. And if you want to manifest that, then maybe we weren't as solid and as thick and as thieves in our marriages. No, Shamia, are you trying to manifest side chicks to be all up on your man? Like, are you trying to manifest Gerald having a side baby if a son does not happen with you and the surrogate situation? Like I am just confused as to why you are doing this, Shamia. It is not a good look at all in any capacity. It makes zero sense as to why you're doing this. And then Shamia was not a fan of Portia saying that, oh, I guess I'm a piece of bleep and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Shamia said that is Portia being the victim. But my thing is this. You just put out there in the episode, you didn't want to put your friendship out for content, for public consumption, and everything else. Y'all wanted to have stuff in private. But instead of having a conversation, and this is on both of y'all, instead of y'all having a one-on-one conversation about what the gossip was amongst the girls that were talking about y'all in the group, y'all decided to air this out at Portia's event, right? So nonetheless, y'all wanted to take away from Portia's event and just, ruin all of that and ruin this friendship and just blow it up and just blow up the spot, right? And nonetheless, now y'all have let these new people who've been on the show a couple of months just come in and just light the match, right? Just light the match and say the things that Shamia is afraid to say to Portia's face. Now, I don't know if Shamia thinks that this means that she can take over the show, or if this means that because fans might turn on Portia or might not be feeling Portia this season or whatever else, that could be good for Shamia. But the problem is, Shamia, you can't be holding grudges like this for 10 plus years and still be at Portia's wedding, still have y'all kids playing together, doing all of this stuff as if you truly are still besties. And I feel like Portia has been treating Shamia the same this whole time. Portia's been treating Shamia the same this entire time. It's just that Shamia has built up some confidence now because of whoever, like I said, is coaching her on the side. It's not on the show anymore, allegedly. Whoever's coaching her on the side, plus with Kelly and Angela, Well, really, Kelly didn't do much. She's just being messy. Angela, though, has no problem just bringing this up to the group and just calling it for what it is. So, nonetheless, the way Kelly brought it up, oh, I admire your friendship. No, you don't. No, you don't. You want Portia spot. So nonetheless, that is that. Let me know y'all thoughts. What did y'all think of Shamia's Watch What Happens Live appearance? Basically said that she's done reaching out to Portia, that Portia has to contact her. But here's the thing. Portia is seeing you bash her all over social media. So why would Portia give you any energy back? All you're doing is giving all of this for Portia to use against you when it's all said and done at the reunion. Because everything that we've seen up until this point, in particular in regards to this season, the only messy scene as it pertained to you was the scene that Portia filmed with her mom. But Portia has not filmed any scenes with anybody bashing you or saying that she was hurt by something Shamia said or Shamia did or any of those things. Portia's under the impression all of y'all are good. She has no idea you're talking about her behind her back. So you're giving Portia ammo to use against you this reunion by saying you're bringing all this stuff from years ago that you never brought to her that you were still upset about. And then furthermore, you're gossiping about Portia behind her back to Kelly and Angela, which is not something that Portia is doing. And then allegedly, according to Britt, Shamia is sharing text messages. If y'all really best friends, why are you sharing text messages with people y'all just met a couple of months ago? Can it go both ways? You're saying Portia's listening to people that she met a couple months ago, but aren't you doing the same? Matching outfits with Kelly, being besties with Kelly and everything else, who came after Portia from the first episode and everything else. Like, make it make sense. So, like I said, I feel that these two are really more alike than what y'all want people to think. It's just that we have more receipts of what Portia has done. So obviously people who don't like Portia anyways, this is an easy layup for them. But for me, I'm looking at it from the perspective of Shamia's just not that different from Portia. She's not that different from Portia. She just moves in a different way to where you're not suspecting her. She's least suspecting because she's more covert on how she moves. But how she set up this situation with this scene with Ralph is exactly who she is in terms of she is here for the mess and the cattiness as well. And listening to all the alleged gossip about Angela Oakley, Shamia was there for the mess and the gossip as well, which is why Angela is holding Shamia to a certain standard that Shamia still is not understanding and still throwing shots at her on Watch What Happens Live. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.